Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to look at two of the most insane comebacks you're going to see in RLCS this year. They're from back-to-back series in the most recent MENA RLCS Regional. So MENA had their RLCS Regional this past weekend, as in North America, OCE, and Sub-Saharan Africa as well. Now, in this video, you're going to see, first of all, one game here between Falcons and Al Qadsiya. Al Qadsiya, at the moment this game was played, are already on triple match point. Falcons on the ropes. It looks like they're not going to make a final for the first time in this RLCS season. Yeah, they're in trouble. They were just getting outplayed all around the pitch by this Al Qadsiya lineup. In the next game we're going to watch as well, that's from the grand final. So yeah, spoilers there. Falcons do win this series from 3-1 down against Al Qadsiya, but not without an immense struggle, as you're going to see later on in this game. But yeah, just absolutely ridiculous scenes all around the world of RLCS this past weekend. We had NA, of course, you know, completely scripted in multiple series. Absolute cinema between NRG and Ultimates. NRG plot armor, too strong. But Falcons plot armor might be even stronger in MENA than NRG's is in NA. As well, that's up for you guys to decide. You can take a look at these games, and let me know what you think. We also had scripted RLCS in OCE. That's a nice save there by Rawas, and another one as Al Qadsiya pile on the pressure. OCE, in case you weren't paying attention, as Rawas to the redirect own goal. Bit of a blunder. Team definitely had the save behind him. Like I was saying though, OCE had 2 consecutive best of 7 reverse sweeps. Wildcard and Chiefs, the 2 OCE teams who did make the major, both reverse swept their semi-final opponents in best of 7s, which is, I mean, 1 best of 7 reverse sweep is already pretty rare in RLCS. To have 2 consecutively, I don't know if that's ever happened before. I don't know if it'll ever happen again. It truly is ridiculous. But yeah, OCE was scripted with Wildcard and Chiefs having to reverse sweep in both their semi-final matches. NA was super scripted, one of the most entertaining NA regionals. Actually, I guess the one before this, Regional 3, was pretty exciting, but yeah, really exciting regional over in NA, and now MENA as well. Just unbelievable. But okay, Falcons are in a bit of trouble here against this Al Qadsiya lineup. Let's talk about Al Qadsiya for a minute, because this team have picked up Toxic, another EU player, for this split. In the first split, Tox, Dr. Known, played for this roster alongside Nush, but I believe they've benched Nush. I haven't heard this officially from anyone, but I was talking about this. It's a nice passing goal there by Al Qadsiya. I was talking about this in my last stream, and my viewers were telling me that Nush got benched because of the sleeping in incident that occurred. I think it was in Regional 3 of the last split, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was 2, but I think it was Regional 3. Tox tweeted, at Nush, wake up, we have RLCS kid, in all caps. And then 30 minutes later he tweets, does anyone have Nush's parents or family phone number? Would appreciate the help. And then another 30 minutes after that he tweets, this has to be a joke, man. And they forfeited their match and they lost the series. So it seems like Tox was tweeting there about Nush sleeping in, missing their warm-up scrim, missing check-in, missing their RLCS main event match. So yeah, they lost. They lost out, and I think that's led to Nush being removed from the roster. I mean, it is pretty bad to miss your check-in, not inform your team you're going to be late or whatever. Obviously, circumstances do happen that prevent players from playing. Sometimes things happen that are outside of your control, or there's other circumstances that can arise. But I'm assuming that it was actually just him not waking up, maybe taking a nap that's too long, because they've decided to bench him and replace him with Toxic. So we've got Tox and Toxic on the same team. And this is their first showing together as a roster. Looking really good. Looking to hand Falcons their first elimination as early as the semi-final in the MENA region this season. And do it in style as well. Up 3-1. They're a minute away here from eliminating Falcons. And then maybe even going on to greater things. I mean, if you eliminate Falcons, you can just win the event. There's no doubt about it. And in a region like MENA, where only 2 teams go to the majors, that is a big deal. Miss a final, you're already out of the running. Well, not out of the running. You're already out of the lead. Because top 2 go to the major. You need to make final to be top 2 after 1 event, of course. So pressure on here for the home favorites, the talisman roster of the region. 30 seconds to go, tournament life on the line. What can they do from here? Alcacia are not letting up the pressure. Toxic there, put in another shot on net with low boost. 20 seconds to go. Falcons still trailing by that 1 goal. There doesn't really look like there's too much on here as well. Dr. Non and Tox both in defense with plenty boost. So now TRK 50s it down to Rawas, who's got the flick on target and the rebound as it bounces down off the crossbar. 6 seconds left in the game. Falcons finally get the equalizer. That was their tournament life on the line, and they sent the house. It's a great aerial 50 by TRK to bring the ball into a scoreable position. Now they might even be going for a 0-second goal here. Rawas unable to get it past the last defender. Toxic again cutting off the rotation. That chance late for Rawas, and he puts it in. And there you do have a 0-second goal. Just when he thought the script had reached a climax there with the 6-second tie game. No, 0-second goal to win it. So Falcons were able to ride the momentum here. Rawas 941 points, by the way. And he didn't even get points for the own goal. That's another 100 if you think about it, just for the other team. But yeah, unbelievable stuff. Falcons survive. They do go on to win the series from this point. They took the next games 2-0, 2-1. Alcacia will have to go again in Event 2. Okay, let's get into the second game of the video. This is going to be Clear's POV up against Twisted Minds, who also had Falcons down 3-1 in the grand final. So just like the semi-final, Falcons were down 3-1. This is game 6. Falcons just took game 5 before this. And now they're looking to mount yet another comeback. But, I mean, game 5 was also really close. It was an overtime win for Falcons. The Twisted Minds have already been in a position where 1 goal would win the tournament for them. And now they're going to give it a go the second time around. This Twisted Minds team of Rise, Naupo, and Atomic did beat Falcons in Regional 2 of the last split, so they know how to play against Falcons. Obviously, they played them a lot this season. They've been the clear number 2 team in MENA, and they're up 1-0 early on here on Neo Tokyo. Yeah, as you might be able to guess, there are going to be spoilers. I'm going to spoil the result here, so if you do just want to go watch this match, then yeah, stop listening. But yeah, Falcons plot armor. I want to talk about their plot armor, their ability to just grind out wins like this, and what that means for them. Because I actually did record a video about Falcons specifically and things I think they can do better. But unfortunately, the file was corrupted. Galier's very awkwardly placed there, nearly in a position to own goal. But yeah, unfortunately, file got corrupted, so I decided just not to bother with that video. Instead, I'm going to just combine that video with this one, talk a little bit about Falcons and what I think they need to improve on, because I don't think that making these last-second comebacks is super sustainable. It's obviously great that a team can do that. A team can stay locked in and stay focused and actually produce those last-second comebacks and maybe play their best Rocket League in the later stages of the match. But the problem for Falcons is that while there's competition for them in MENA, Alcacia, obviously a very solid team now. Rawas does tie the game, or sorry, Clears does tie the game, or Clears POV here, the other twin. Although there's some decent competition now for Falcons, probably definitely the best competition they've ever had. Even the sleeping roster had some decent showings this past weekend. There's a lot of talented teams around right now in MENA. It's still not going to be as difficult as going up against a team like Carmine Corp at a major. Not going to be as much of a challenge, I think, as going up against top teams from NA like NRG, Ultimates, even Furia are a really strong team still. As yeah, another 2-1 lead. This time it's so it's going to be Atomic again. RLCS actually Atomic making it 2-1. Another lead in a match point for Twisted Minds. But yeah, like I was saying, I think if Falcons are going to have the best chance, the best setup for international stage, which is what they really care about at this point. They've already won MENA so many times. They want to be winning LANs, making deep runs at LANs internationally. And to do that, they're going to need to, I think, improve the defense. This is largely what I recorded in the video that I couldn't upload because the file got corrupted. I wanted to talk all about their defense. I made one similar video about what I think NRG can improve on. That was a very offense-focused video. Ways I think NRG can improve their offense. Honestly, can still improve their offense. They did a decent showing in winning. A very good showing, actually, in winning the most recent NA regional. But I still think their offense needs some work to get up to the same level as their international competition. For Falcons, it's the other way around. They need to work on their defense. And the main thing that they seem to struggle with, and something they did struggle with in MENA this past weekend, is successfully splitting the tasks, splitting up who's doing what in defensive positions. You'll very often see Falcons kind of all jumping in the same ball, double committing, triple committing, and it doesn't always result in goals against them because they recover so quickly that as long as they all double commit and triple commit in different directions, like they all fly for the ball but then they all land in different places, they might still have a follow-up. But I think the main thing Falcons could maybe take notes from looking at teams like NRG, Ultimates, and Karmine Corp, some of the most organized defenses in the world, is how to cover different options defensively. And not just all panic, all rush the back corner, all rush the ball, all stay kind of clumped up close together. So that's going to be, I think, their key to success, both regionally, to stop conceding so many goals, and internationally especially, where they will be more tested. And no, I don't think they should be relying on these last-second comebacks. It's good that they can do it, but if we don't see a confident win in Regional 5 or 6 from Falcons, where they just steamroll the competition, maybe outside of Twisted Minds, then I would definitely be a bit worried about their defense internationally. But okay, let's pay attention to what's happening here. It's 2-2, and Rise shoots on net past Rawas. 9 seconds to go, and Falcons are once again down, once again trailing, and they need an equalizer to stay in the tournament. Double kickoff, big dunk towards the backboard. Now Po had it. It looks like he will continue to have control, but now here comes TRK, knocks it middle. Rawas likewise, or Kaliers likewise, sorry, but now Rawas with a catch, double commit from Twisted Minds. Kaliers bumping, Rawas scoring again. This time it's a 0-second equalizer, and they stay alive in the tournament. I mean, this is kind of why I wanted to just tell you guys the result, because it's still unbelievable. when you know that they win, and then you see the positions they're in, you think, nah, this doesn't look like a goal's coming. Oh my goodness, they've scored. Out of nowhere, there's a double commit from Twisted Minds, and Rawas is dribbling it into the net. So there you go, they do it again. 2 comebacks in, well, it was 6 seconds to go versus El Cancillo, followed by a 0-second goal to win. Now it's 0-second goal to stay in the tournament in the grand final against Twisted Minds, their biggest rival in the region. And yeah, I didn't make this video to kind of keep you guys guessing. Yeah, Falcons, they've won again. So how they keep this is more about the how they got the result we all know they now got, more than which result did they get. Yeah, Falcons win, but the way I want to talk about the way they're winning, it's knife edge, it's razor close, razor thin, really close margins, and I think they are going to need to massively improve their defense if they want to win an RLCS event this year. The competition is just too stacked. Mainly Karmine Corp. Karmine Corp are just too good. You're going to concede so many goals against a team like them if you don't work on the defense. Stop panic clearing mid. Stop all bum rushing the back corner. Just taking their time. I think one other thing that I wanted to mention that I think NRG in particular are very good at is just staying composed and taking their time in defense. I think Ultimates are also quite good at this, but NRG really are, I think, the best team in the world at this, and that is not panicking in defense. They very often just, keep the ball in their back corner or on the back wall, air dribble out to mid, and they're not thinking, we need to get rid of the ball right now, we need to clear the ball right now. They're just taking their time, and eventually the clear will come, whether it's a pass, solo play out of defense, or a safe option. Yeah, NRG are, I think, a team to watch for that. So, Falcons, crazy scripted games here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these 2 games. They, like I said, did go on to win this. I'm not going to show it in the video because it's not the theme of the video, the comebacks that we're looking at here today. But yeah, Falcons need to improve in the defense. They need to stop panicking. They need to stop rushing. They need to just sometimes take their time Try to spread out a little bit more, try to cover different options. But obviously, they like to attack. Their identity is attacking. So the other main thing for them is not just to look at what they can work on, look what they can improve on in defense, but also try and think about ways that they can put themselves in positions where they do succeed more often, because they are obviously the number one offensive last season. They're kind of 1A 1B with Karmine Corp this season, I think, offensively. So if they can just try to shore up on their defensive weaknesses a little bit by looking at teams who do defend very well, and by looking at what things they can take from those teams and apply to their own game without hindering themselves, without suddenly just making themselves worse. But yeah, I would hate to see them lose their offensive identity and their aggressive identity because they're afraid of conceding. That's not really the goal at all. It's about making improvements while still keeping that identity as the scariest, or one of the scariest offenses in Rocket League history. Last thing I would mention is boost efficiency. I forgot to mention that one before. Boost efficiency does go out the window sometimes. Boost management can fall under that kind of panic defense category for Falcons as well. I think they could definitely use a little bit more discipline managing the boost in these high tension defensive scenarios, instead of just wasting the last 12 they've got to send it to the ball and hope for the best. Sometimes it's better to just, like I said, slow the game down, try to buy time for each other, and let the play present itself instead of trying to force it. But anyway, don't get too far off topic here. Great comeback so by Falcons. This isn't an entire video about criticizing them. These comebacks are insane, super clutch, and there are positives to take away from this, as well as the obvious, the elephant in the room, Falcons struggling regionally, which maybe they've dominated so much that now that they don't dominate, we're thinking, oh no, but they're still winning. So yeah, Falcons still winning energy, still winning in NA. RLCS fans can rejoice. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. Remember to check out the nextrank.com links in the description if you haven't already. Full courses still and always will be available. Nextrank.com/free for the free course. Join the Discord, interact with the community, start to rank up, and if you don't believe me and Jack, go and ask the people who have bought the course. Thank you to all of you guys who have bought the course. We're so amazed to see so many people getting interested this early on in the project. But go ask them what they think. The people who have bought the course, if you're not convinced in what Jack and I tell you. But that's all for this video. Thanks again for watching, and more RLCS recaps coming soon. If you like the style of the video, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.